In a recent turn of events that has sent shockwaves through the automotive industry, a groundbreaking report has emerged, casting a long shadow over the future of electric vehicles. This revelation has not only left companies like Tesla and Ford in a state of shock and disbelief, but has also prompted a re-evaluation of the production of EVs across the board. The narrative that has been sold to us by politicians and environmental advocates, that EVs are the cleaner, greener future of transportation, now faces a critical examination: the unveiled reality of EVs. At the heart of this controversy lies a report that exposes some unsettling data about EVs, challenging the widely accepted notion of their environmental benefits. The findings suggest that EVs, long touted as the panacea for our planet's environmental woes, might, in fact, be contributing to its degradation. This report highlights three significant flaws within the EV industry that not only pose a threat to our environment, but could also have deadly consequences if left unaddressed. The hidden costs of electric vehicles. One of the most shocking revelations from the report is the assertion that EVs might be causing more pollution than their gasoline-powered counterparts. This counterintuitive claim stems from a closer examination of the non-tailpipe emissions associated with electric cars, particularly focusing on the brakes and tires. According to the report, certain components used in EVs can generate a significant amount of pollution, a fact that has remained largely under the radar until now. The political push and its implications. The push for a swift transition to electric vehicles has been aggressive, with the Biden administration implementing stringent regulations that penalize automakers unable to meet electric car sales quotas. This rush towards electrification, spurred by political motives, has led to a scenario where the potential environmental drawbacks of EVs have not been fully scrutinized or addressed. The impact on Tesla and the auto industry. For industry giants like Tesla, which have been at the forefront of the EV revolution, this report poses serious questions about the sustainability and environmental impact of their products. The implications of these findings are far-reaching, potentially affecting market dynamics, consumer trust, and the future direction of automotive innovation. Are EVs a scam? To label EVs as a scam would be an oversimplification of a complex issue. However, it is clear that the narrative surrounding electric vehicles has been overly simplistic, failing to account for the nuanced and multifaceted nature of environmental impact. This report serves as a wake-up call, urging consumers, manufacturers, and policymakers to take a more holistic view of what truly constitutes a sustainable transportation solution. Looking ahead. The revelations from this report are a reminder that the transition to electric vehicles is not a silver bullet for environmental issues. As we move forward, it is crucial that the development of EVs addresses the concerns raised, ensuring that the pursuit of cleaner transportation does not inadvertently harm the planet or the public. The road ahead for EVs is now at a critical juncture, requiring a balanced approach that considers both the benefits and the potential drawbacks of electrification. In conclusion, while the promise of electric vehicles remains undeniable, this report underscores the importance of a more nuanced and critical examination of their environmental impact. Only through a comprehensive understanding and addressing of these concerns can we ensure that the future of transportation aligns with our broader environmental and societal goals. In the race to dominate the electric vehicle market, a narrative of innovation and environmental stewardship has overshadowed some critical challenges facing the industry. Companies, under immense pressure to compete with Tesla, the poster child for EV success, are navigating a tumultuous transition from traditional gasoline vehicles to electric ones. This shift, while ambitious, carries with it significant financial and logistical burdens, as evidenced by the recent revelations from automotive giants like Ford and GM. The financial toll of transitioning to EVs. Ford and General Motors, two stalwarts of the automotive industry, have reportedly incurred losses totaling $5 billion in their EV divisions. This staggering figure underscores the immense cost of overhauling existing manufacturing processes, developing new technologies, and retraining workforces. The transition to electric is not merely a change in power source. It represents a fundamental shift in automotive design, engineering, and consumer expectation. The weighty issue of electric vehicles. One of the most pressing concerns highlighted in recent studies is the significant weight disparity between EVs and their gasoline-powered counterparts. The 2023 GMC Hummer EV exemplifies this trend, tipping the scales at over 9,000 pounds, partly due to its massive battery pack. This increase in weight is not a trivial matter. It has far-reaching implications for safety, infrastructure, and the environment. Safety concerns. The correlation between vehicle weight and safety is alarming. For every additional 1,000 pounds a vehicle carries, the likelihood of fatalities in a crash increases by 47%. This statistic is a stark reminder of the trade-offs inherent in the current design and engineering of electric vehicles. As manufacturers strive to extend the range of EVs through larger batteries, the added weight could inadvertently compromise passenger safety. Infrastructure strain. Beyond the safety implications, the burgeoning population of heavy EVs poses a significant challenge to existing infrastructure. Many urban structures, including parking garages and bridges, were designed with lighter vehicles in mind. The incident of a parking garage collapse in New York City, though not fatal, serves as a poignant illustration of the potential dangers of overburdening these structures with increasingly heavy electric vehicles. The domino effect of heavy EVs. The issues stemming from the added weight of EVs extend beyond individual safety and infrastructure strain. There are broader environmental and societal implications to consider. Heavier vehicles require more energy to move, which could offset some of the environmental benefits of transitioning away from fossil fuels. Moreover, the increased wear and tear on roads could lead to higher maintenance costs and more frequent repairs, further straining public resources. Navigating the future. The journey toward a fully electric future is fraught with challenges that extend beyond the technological feats of increasing battery life and reducing charging times. As the automotive industry continues to evolve, it is imperative that manufacturers, policymakers, and consumers alike consider the full spectrum of implications associated with electric vehicles. Balancing innovation with safety, infrastructure compatibility, and environmental sustainability will be key to ensuring that the electric vehicle revolution benefits all members of society. In the ever-evolving landscape of automotive innovation, the quest for the perfect electric vehicle battery presents a paradox that is as intriguing as it is challenging. On one hand, the dream of creating lighter yet powerful batteries pulses at the heart of every car manufacturer's ambitions. On the other, the reality of achieving this feat is ensnared in a complex web of technological and environmental considerations. At the core of this dilemma is a simple truth. Batteries are heavy because they need to store a substantial amount of energy. This energy is crucial for allowing EVs to traverse considerable distances without the incessant need for recharging. However, this comes at a cost. The weight of these batteries contributes significantly to the overall mass of the vehicle, affecting everything from handling to safety. Diving deeper into the narrative, there's an unsettling revelation that many EVs are indirectly heavily dependent on coal. This stems from the fact that a significant portion of the world's electricity used to charge these vehicles is generated from coal-fired power plants. The irony is palpable. Vehicles designed to reduce emissions and combat climate change are, in a roundabout way, tethered to one of the most polluting sources of energy. The implications of heavier EVs extend beyond environmental concerns. Crash tests have illuminated a stark reality. In collisions, the formidable mass of these vehicles can compromise the safety of occupants in lighter vehicles, not to mention pedestrians. Furthermore, the increased wear and tear on roads necessitates more frequent repairs, leading to additional material use and emissions, a classic case of solving one problem only to unearth several more. Another often overlooked aspect is the accelerated wear of EV tires. Engineered to withstand the immediate torque and substantial weight of electric vehicles, these tires are a marvel of modern technology. Yet, this specialization comes with a caveat: a significantly shorter lifespan compared to their counterparts on gasoline-powered vehicles. This not only adds to the maintenance cost for owners, but also raises questions about the environmental impact of more frequent tire replacements. As we stand at the crossroads of innovation and sustainability, the journey towards the ideal electric vehicle is fraught with challenges. The pursuit of lighter, more efficient batteries is more than a technical endeavor. It's a reflection of our collective commitment to a cleaner, safer future. Balancing the scales of performance, safety, and environmental responsibility is no small feat, but it's a necessary one. In this intricate dance of progress, every step forward is a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. The road ahead may be uncertain, but the destination, a world where transportation harmonizes with the planet, is well worth the journey. The transition to electric vehicles is often hailed as a significant step towards reducing our carbon footprint and combating climate change. However, this shift brings with it a set of complex challenges that extend beyond the simple binary of electric versus gasoline. One of the nuanced issues at play involves the very heart of the EV revolution: its reliance on critical supplies, tire wear and tear, and the broader environmental implications. A critical aspect of the EV boom is its heavy reliance on supplies from China, which currently dominates the market for many of the essential components required for EV production, including batteries. This dependency raises concerns about quality, given the stereotypes surrounding Chinese manufacturing. While it's important to note that China is capable of producing high-quality goods, the perception of compromised quality in some sectors can affect consumer confidence in EVs. EVs are inherently heavier than their gasoline-powered counterparts, primarily due to the substantial weight of their batteries. This increased weight puts additional pressure on tires, causing them to wear out approximately 40% faster than tires on gasoline vehicles. This accelerated wear and tear is not just a financial burden for EV owners, but also poses significant environmental concerns. As tires wear down, they don't simply vanish. Instead, they degrade into tiny particles that can become airborne or wash into waterways, contributing to pollution. In places like Oslo, Norway, where EV adoption is high, there has been a noticeable increase in air pollution from tire particles. This issue is not confined to Norway. California, a state with ambitious plans to phase out new gasoline-powered cars by 2035, must also grapple with these unintended consequences. Emissions. Analytics, the firm that highlighted these concerns, points out that tire emissions could emerge as a significant environmental challenge. The irony is palpable. Vehicles designed to reduce greenhouse gas emissions could be indirectly contributing to pollution through tire wear. Moreover, the particles from tire wear don't just affect air quality, they also make their way into soil and water, potentially harming ecosystems. The environmental footprint of EVs is also influenced by the sources of electricity used to charge them. If the energy comes from fossil fuels, the net environmental benefit of EVs diminishes. This underscores the importance of transitioning to renewable energy sources to truly maximize the environmental benefits of electric vehicles. In conclusion, while electric vehicles represent a promising path towards a more sustainable future, it's crucial to address the complex web of challenges they bring. From supply chain dependencies and tire wear to the sources of electricity, each aspect requires careful consideration to ensure that the shift to electric vehicles delivers the environmental benefits it promises. At the core of the EV revolution lies the demand for specific minerals, such as cobalt, essential for manufacturing lithium-ion batteries. Cobalt, often referred to as the blood diamond of batteries, is pivotal due to its ability to increase the lifespan and energy density of batteries. However, about 70% of the world's cobalt supply comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo, a country with breathtaking landscapes but also a backdrop of exploitation, especially in the mining sector. In the DRC, mining conditions are harrowing. Vast open mines scar the earth, where the labor of extracting minerals is done not by machines, but by humans, including children. These miners, armed with the most basic of tools, work 12-hour shifts under the constant threat of mine collapses, exposure to toxic chemicals, and for wages that are heartbreakingly low. For many, this grueling work represents their best opportunity to earn a living, highlighting a grim reality behind the components that power EVs. Adding another layer of complexity to the environmental impact of EVs is their indirect dependence on coal. Despite the clean image of electric vehicles, the electricity used to charge them often comes from coal-fired power plants, especially in regions where coal remains a dominant source of power. This reliance on coal means that, in some cases, EVs could indirectly contribute more to air pollution and climate change than their gasoline-powered counterparts. The ethical and environmental dilemmas posed by the current state of EV production and use present a significant challenge. On one hand, EVs offer a promising path toward reducing greenhouse gas emissions and combating climate change. On the other hand, the mining practices for essential minerals, the child labor involved, and the reliance on coal for electricity paint a less rosy picture. Addressing these issues requires a multifaceted approach, improving the ethical sourcing of minerals, enhancing the working conditions in mines, and increasing the use of renewable energy sources for electricity generation are critical steps toward mitigating the environmental and ethical concerns associated with EVs. As consumers, policymakers, and corporations navigate the transition to electric vehicles, it's crucial to remain aware of these complexities. Only by acknowledging and addressing these challenges can we ensure that the shift to electric vehicles truly represents a step forward for both the planet and its people. The core of the dilemma lies in the source of electricity for charging EVs. If it's derived from fossil fuels like coal, the environmental benefits of EVs are compromised. This scenario underscores the importance of transitioning the power grid to renewable energy sources to fully realize the environmental potential of electric vehicles. The economic and policy landscape surrounding EVs is equally complex. Governments, including the U.S., have offered incentives to encourage EV adoption, recognizing the role of EVs in reducing greenhouse gas emissions. However, these incentives have also faced criticism for various reasons, including their effectiveness in making EVs accessible to the average consumer and addressing concerns about the total environmental impact of EVs. The high cost of EVs, concerns about their range, and the availability of charging infrastructure are significant barriers to widespread adoption. The recent challenges faced by major automakers, such as production shutdowns and delays, reflect these issues. These setbacks highlight the need for a more sustainable approach to EV adoption that addresses affordability, infrastructure, and the environmental footprint of vehicle production and operation. Despite the challenges, there are reasons for optimism. The automotive industry is rapidly evolving, with advances in battery technology, reductions in production costs, and improvements in vehicle efficiency. Additionally, there's a growing awareness of the need to shift to renewable energy sources for electricity generation, which would address the concern of EVs being charged with power from fossil fuels. For individuals feeling oppressed by the current state of affairs, empowerment comes through information and choice. Consumers can advocate for cleaner energy sources, support policies that promote sustainable transportation and energy production, and make purchasing decisions that align with their values and financial realities. Consumers play a crucial role in this transition. By demanding more affordable, efficient, and sustainably produced EVs, they can influence automakers to prioritize these aspects. Meanwhile, policymakers can facilitate this shift by supporting renewable energy projects, investing in EV charging infrastructure, and creating policies that make EVs more accessible to a broader range of people. In conclusion, while the path to a sustainable electric-powered transportation future is fraught with challenges, it is also filled with opportunities for innovation, policy reform, and consumer empowerment. The journey towards reducing our carbon footprint and combating climate change is a collective effort that requires the participation of governments, industries, and individuals alike. The transition to electric vehicles is a topic that stirs passionate debate, reflecting a mix of environmental aspirations, technological challenges, economic considerations, and political actions. The scenario you've described highlights several key issues in the ongoing shift towards EVs, including consumer resistance, concerns about vehicle quality and safety, the role of auto dealers, and the broader economic impact on traditional automakers like Ford and Tesla. The essence of a market economy is choice. Consumers, ideally, should have the freedom to choose products that best meet their needs, preferences, and values. The pushback from auto dealers and consumers, as mentioned, suggests a tension between government policies promoting EVs and market readiness or acceptance of these vehicles. This tension can stem from various factors, including vehicle cost. EVs often come with a higher upfront cost compared to traditional gasoline vehicles, though this can be offset by lower operating costs over time. Range anxiety and charging infrastructure. Concerns about how far an EV can travel on a single charge and the availability of charging stations remain significant barriers for some consumers. Vehicle quality and safety issues. Reports of panel gaps, fire risks, and software problems can undermine consumer confidence in EVs. Economic and employment concerns. The shift to EVs affects not just automakers, but a wide ecosystem, including parts suppliers, dealerships, and oil and gas workers. Governments around the world are promoting EVs as part of their strategies to combat climate change and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Incentives, mandates, and investments in charging infrastructure are tools used to accelerate this transition. However, the effectiveness and fairness of these policies can be debated. The key is finding a balance that respects consumer choice, supports innovation and competition, and addresses the broader societal goals of environmental protection and energy security. Your driving needs. Consider how far you typically drive daily and whether an EV can meet those needs. Total cost of ownership. Look beyond the purchase price to consider fuel savings, maintenance costs, and potential tax incentives. Environmental values. If reducing your carbon footprint is important to you, an EV might align with your values, especially as more of the electricity supply comes from renewable sources. Technology and safety. Research the latest models for advancements in battery technology, safety features, and reliability ratings. The future of mobility. The future of mobility is likely to be diverse, encompassing not just EVs, but also continued improvements in internal combustion engines, the development of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, and advances in public transportation and alternative mobility solutions. The goal should be to create a sustainable, efficient, and accessible transportation system that meets the needs of society while minimizing environmental impact. In conclusion, the transition to EVs is a complex process influenced by technology, policy, and consumer behavior. While EVs are a critical component of efforts to reduce carbon emissions from transportation, ensuring that this transition is equitable, consumer-friendly, and aligned with broader social and economic goals is essential.